Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies and slightly smaller babies, it is time to finally show you the finale, the coup de grace of my Nerf arsenal, my blaster wall. So before we start with all this awesome stuff on here, which is, amazing, we got to start down here with some stuff that doesn't quite fit and just some new in-box stuff that I haven't gotten to yet. So these are worker Hurricanes, and they are currently completely stock. So they take 2 AA's, and their performance sucks at the moment, but hopefully one day I'll be able to do something with these that's a little more exciting. But not today. This is my Nerf Rebel for Victory that I tried hydro. Well, it's actually swirl painting. So you spray paint on the surface of the water, and then you dip the blaster in. It didn't come out exactly like I thought it would, but it's still pretty cool. It did 2 different colors of blue and then a white, and it came out looking not bad, honestly. Not bad at all. Still got the black parts in the handle and the barrel there, and I think that sets off the blue really nice. No internal modifications, that one's just still stock. We have this Connect 4 Blast, picked this up at Target. Looks like a fun little Target game, might do something with that later. We have a Nerf Rival Roundhouse in box, because reasons. And we also have another Takedown back here, Nerf Takedown in box. And then an in-box Ion Fire. I have a ton of these, but this one just happens to be in box. We have a blue Nerf Alien Menace Incisor. I picked up 2 and I kept one in the package because I thought they were really rare, and they are pretty rare, but we'll see how far that goes. And then I have another Shell Strike. I almost called it the Trilogy. Not the Trilogy, the Shell Strike in box down here too. And those are just doubles I've collected through circumstances and haven't really bothered to unbox them yet. Alright. Now that that's done, we can go down here in all these little drawers. I keep extra mounts and brackets for the wall, and then a few little test darts. And then this thing over here that's also not on the wall. This is interesting. This is a Long Strike CS6 that I have painted up. Let's get it out here in this light. In a sci-fi red, black, and silver color scheme, and I really like how this one turned out. This one's not very war practical. In fact, it doesn't even actually work, because when I was going to reassemble it, I accidentally disabled the trigger mechanism, so whoopee. But it looks super good. I modified the stock to be detachable, and it's just a really good looking blaster. And it didn't exactly go over well at the event I brought it to, because I didn't paint the tip orange. I left the inside orange, and I thought that would be enough, but I didn't paint the tip orange, and one of the workers thought I was carrying around a real firearm, so that did not go over well. Needless to say, I threw it under my bunk as quickly as possible, and then it didn't come out for the rest of the camp. So, paint your tips orange, kids. Always leave the tips orange. PSA. But, another story for another time. Actually, that's pretty much the entire thing. Alright, we'll start on the left side of the wall, where I keep all my magazine-fed and elite dart firing blaster kind of things. Except for you. We'll get to you. A few things have changed since my last video I did on the wall. I threw up a few new blasters, but some things stay the same. Like the Slingfire up here, great blaster. Hope to get that one modified soon with the lever action metal kit from Worker. That'd be awesome. A Sledgefire, always great blaster. Super beefy on the inside. I've got one dissected on a table behind me that I'm working on. That's going to be awesome. The Vagabond, one of my very first trusted shotgun blasters, and even though it's not a shotgun, I still really have a soft spot for this one. Even though it only holds 6 rounds and it's so monstrously huge for holding 6 rounds, I still really like it. Still a lot of fun. We have a Rough Cut 2x4. This one was actually my first Rough Cut. I own like 4 now. Yeah, I think I'm up to 4. But this one was my first one. Has gotten me through quite a few scrapes, so it is on the wall with honors. Again, got another one of those dissected on the table behind me that I'm working on. We'll see how that goes. The Nerf Rival Takedown. This one is an interesting blaster. It's Team Red, which is weird because they didn't release it in Team Blue, which doesn't make any sense. It says rival. The whole point is that red and blue fight each other. But yeah, it's a cool blaster, and it definitely earned its place up on the wall. It shoots very hard, very powerful. Excuse me. Down here, we've got one of my favorite builds. Now, this is an AccuTrooper, so the Alpha Trooper repaint from Walmart, but as you noticed, I did a little paint work to it myself. So I painted this handle section black to go in with the stripes, and then I also painted the priming handle black, and it has a 5 kilogram spring inside of it, and I've locked up the slam fire so it can take heavier spring loads. It is a beast on the battlefield, averaging about 110 FPS with stock Nerf Elite darts, and it is amazing. I threw this worker stock on the back. It folds, it retracts, it's great. It really fits in well with the color scheme. I call this one Bangle, like a tiger, because RIP Tiger Foam, one of the greatest nerfers of Australia. His channel went down in December. He just decided to stop working on it. It's also paying homage to Captain Xavier and Lord Draconical's Death Dealer series of Alpha Troopers. So I think that's a pretty cool way to honor all of them. I'd really like to do a strife up in these colors, and I have plans for that, but we'll see. Down here we have a dual strike that I modified. I just threw some electrical tape around the ceilings, and it's still not performing all that well. I really need to get an upgrade spring in it, but yeah, not a great performer, but still, fun blaster. Shoots elites and megas, but you probably already know that at this point. And the switch is stuck. Ow. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Down here we have a Nerf Star Wars Solo Tobias Beckett blaster. And while this thing is not very practical at all, it just looks so darn cool. And the attachments are awesome. And the stock holds darts and it makes this sound. Watch this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm literally going to have a video of just me running through a war just doing that. No darts, just sounds and lights. Just... That is going to be awesome. Okay, we'll move back on up here to this. This is a Nerf Cam ECS 12, and I wasn't going to pick one of these up, but I found one at Ross one day, and I had seen Mr. Nathan's video on it about how much he loved it, and he raved about these things, and I got to admit, I'm super glad I picked it up when I had the chance. Excuse me. They are super comfortable and super fun to use. I really like this blaster. The performance is not anything special yet, but I hope to change that in the near future. Oh, speaking of performance, this is actually something really special. This is a Nerf Elite Hailfire, and it still works. Oh, calm down. I forget that it works without a magazine. It holds 8 18-round, or 8 any-round magazines. So in this little carousel, I've had it in my videos before. I love this blaster. I'd really like to get this one modified. It would be an absolute beast. Down here we have the Nerf Modulus Regulator. Fantastic blaster. It's got semi-auto, and then 3-dart burst, and then full auto. You just flip the switch, and it changes the modes. It is a fantastic gimmick for a Modulus blaster. So it's basically a rapid strike with select fire, and that is super cool. I love this blaster. Hope to get that one modified too. And then probably my favorite full auto electronic flywheel powered magazine fed Nerf blaster in my current arsenal. If I was to pick any stock dart blaster and take it into a war, it would probably be the Nerf Elite Infinus. This is a fantastic blaster with the auto loading port that loads the magazines as they're in the blaster, and it keeps you from having to do it yourself. And I love it. It has easily earned its space on the wall, even though it fits. We have a Nerf Modulus Demolisher 2-in-1 that came with the Modulus Ultimate Customizer pack that was exclusive to Walmart, but was never really in Walmart. Yeah, it was weird. You kind of had to order it online. Fantastic blaster, missile launcher. Other than that, it's basically a strife, but this stock. Oh, this stock. I love this stock. It's so adjustable and comfortable, and it's got rubberized grips, but it's kind of green. Doesn't really fit with any of my stuff. I might paint this blue. Might paint the whole thing white and blue. I had this idea. Comment down below if you think I should do this. I have a Soldier 76 jacket. I would love to paint this up in the heavy pulse rifle colors and then do a Soldier 76 loadout. Ooh, that'd be cool, because then you'd have the shoe with the helix. Yeah, that'd be I'm rambling. Onward. A Nerf Battle Camo Strife. Out of all the Strife paint jobs, I prefer this one because it's got blue, and I like blue. It's, I'm gonna stop petting it now. But yeah, it's just a Strife, no modifications yet. We'll see. And we have a Nerf Rebel Rapid Red. I'd really like to paint this one up, but I haven't quite decided on a color scheme. There's not very many lines to it, so it can't be something too intricate. So I was thinking maybe hydro dipping the whole thing, or swirl painting, or I don't know. You guys let me know what you think I should do. Okay. Now, this is the only one that we've gotten to that was modified so far. It's got a 5 kilogram spring in it. Everything else down here is where it starts to get really interesting, because this is the modified section of this wall. Well, for the dart blasters anyway. So this right here is my Nerf Falcon Fire SPAMF. So SPAMF stands for Slide Prime Action Magazine Fed Falcon Fire, I think. And this kit, this blue part, is released by a guy called Gavin Fuzzy in Singapore. He does fantastic work. His 3D prints are off the charts. And it turns the Falcon Fire into a single-shot breech-loading, full-length dart blaster, into a blaster that takes Talon magazines for short darts. And that is freaking amazing. I've got the stock spring in here, and it's already hitting like 70, 90 FPS. The thing shoots lasers, and it's super light prime, and gosh, I just love this blaster. We don't use short darts at our wars, though, so I can't really use it for anything. But I love this one. I would love to give it a different paint job, because all I did was just take the orange handle and paint it white. I think that fits in with the aesthetics of the blaster really well. I'd love to do like a metallic blue and then paint everything else black except for this. And I'm rambling. Speaking of great paint jobs, I call this one Punisher. This is a pink crush pistol that I modified with some Fire Strike upgrade spring, a very beefy Fire Strike upgrade spring. This thing hits super hard, single shot pistol. It is a dream to use. It's so smooth, and the paint job came out so clean. I love this one. That one's always going to be in my back pocket for super stocks or modified rounds. This is a Jet Blaster Sita, and it's okay. It delivers the hits. The barrel is a little tight, so you can't use AccuStrikes or Adventure Force Waffle Heads, which isn't great because those are some of the best darts out there. I personally prefer my modified Alpha Trooper, Bangle. I love you, Bangle. I'd make a heart if I had both hands, but I'm holding the camera. So, yeah, it's not bad. Cita's not the best blaster company out there, and I don't think I'll be getting a Model S, but we'll see. We shall see. This is a double strike. I've upgraded with a 7 kilogram spring, I believe, whatever they sell on Amazon. But this is the rare teal variant, or as I like to see it, the blue variant, because I like blue. And it is loud. It's quite the snap when you pull that trigger. But aside from that, it's just got the upgrade spring, and that's awesome. Speaking of teal, if you watched the Mod With Me series video that I did on the strong arm, this is the strong arm that I gutted and put a new spring in, took out the air restrictors. It's pretty hard. I call this one Perry because it reminds me of Perry the Platypus, and I like it. This is a disruptor that I just took the air restrictors out of. Funny thing, this was actually my first air restrictor removal mod, was on a disruptor, and that is a fantastic blaster for a first mod, and it's super cheap to get a hold of. I own like 18 because they're so easy to find in thrift stores and whatnot. It's been great. This is a Triad. I have put an upgrade spring in, and it hits like a truck. It's so hysterical to just whip this out of my pocket and take people out from long range. Triad is a fantastic blaster. Always recommend having one in your back pocket for wars. They are amazing last-ditch pistols. Just absolutely fantastic. I cannot talk about it enough. This is a Quadrot that I took the cloth wrap off of. The handle is much more comfortable this way. It's like 2 screws, just pop them off and pull the cloth wrap off, and it's much better. But I threw some chopped up spring I had in my spring bin in here, and it primes, but it's super crunchy and doesn't exactly work all that well, so I don't use that a whole lot. But great blaster. I really should get another one of those. This is a little Snapfire that I threw a spring from my spring bin in, and it fit perfectly, and I was so happy, and it hits so hard now. And I took the air restrictor out, and it is a dream to use. Great blaster. It's super tiny, so it fits in most handgun holsters for airsoft vests. And I have one, and it fits in there, and I always have it in there, and it's awesome. It's great. Okay, moving back up here, because I kind of skipped over this section. This is brutal. Literally, that's its name. Its name is Brutal. I painted up a Hammershot in a little black to get rid of the light gray, give it black and dark gray and orange to kind of match Bangle up there. And then it has a Gavin Fuzzy 8-round cylinder in it, so it holds 8 rounds instead of 5. And then the blaster parts metal hammer and trigger combo kit, and I found that on outofdarts.com. That is fantastic. I love this sidearm in Wars. It hits hard, it's got a lot of capacity, and it's super fun to use. Down here we've got another, well, not really another, this is actually the only hot shock I own, which is sad because I should own more. It's a great blaster. This is a modified hot shock. It's got the air restrictor removed, and I sealed the plunger tube a little with some electrical tape, also in that blue and black that I like so much. This one doesn't have as good a sanding job, but I can fix that in the future. Great blaster, no modification spring in there, but I should really upgrade that. Very fun. This is a big shock that just has the air restrictors removed. There we go. Stay. And it's a great blaster. It delivers the hits when you need mega performance. What else we got over here? This is a minimized bulldog, kind of. I just took off all the bits that moved, I guess. It wasn't that hard. They're over in a bag somewhere, and it's great. I'd really love to cut this part off, and then cut this part off, and then just truly minimize it so I'd have a small 3-shot mega pistol for rounds when I need more than 1 mega dart. To come in handy? Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. So, not bad, but could be better. This is a Dart Tag Sharpfire, and this is a blue trigger variant that I removed the air restrictor out of, and with the stock spring, it is hitting as hard, if not harder, than stock Elite blasters. It is insane. These things came out in 2011. The blue trigger variants were absolute powerhouses, and this blaster is just so comfortable and so much fun to use. I'd really love to paint it up and just these orangey yellow parts, but I really love the Dart Tag 2011 line, and I kind of leave it stock to pay homage to that, because we want Dart Tag back, Hasbro. No Fortnite, we want Dart Tag, okay? Jeez, get your priorities straight. Nerf Rebel Messenger, Reshell, really? This is called the Illuminate. It is a fantastic blaster. Let me see if I can lift it off without knocking the hook, and he does it. It's kind of like a Fire Strike, except this makes it glow out through the front, and that is super cool. It's 3 barrels with an inline plunger tube, super comfortable to use. It is super fun. It's got great power. The spring isn't as big as a Fire Strike, so it won't get as good a performance. And I really got to turn that around because that is going to bug me. Nice. Alrighty. And then down here we also have another Illuminate that I kind of, I gutted this one, so now it's just the stock blaster. Now it's just a blaster. It doesn't have the flashlight or anything in it. So that's cool. We'll see what I do with that. Probably nothing. Okay. Now over here we're moving on with the dart blasters. We've got a few more things. 2 sweet revenge Rebel blasters, basically the Rebel Hammershot, and they're fantastic. I hope to get these 2 painted up, modified, throw some new cylinders in them, and they will be good to go. And then this is my first Hammershot modification. It has a spring spacer in it that came with the Gavin Fuzzy 8-shot cylinder. And then I took the support arm off the front to make it easier to load, and I gotta say, I really like that look. I might just remove this orange part right here. Right there, yeah, off. I might just take it off completely, because I think that'd be a really good look. Not exactly sure why they put the support arm in the first place, but really good, really fun blaster to use, and good performance too. Down here we have the orange double strike. This one's just stock, but it came with a teal one, so I thought, hey, let's put it up on the wall, because it's pretty rare. We have a little glow shot right there. That one's fun. It just fit in that spot, kind of. That's good. We have the only micro shot I own, and it's the Tracer micro shot from Overwatch, because it kind of fit with my color scheme, and I'm like, oh, okay, I dig it. But, yeah, I got a big hand, so it don't fit. Don't fit in that guard. Ugh. Well, it kind of fits. It's not bad. Okay, moving down here, we got a few Vortex blasters. My first Proton. This is This holds a lot of memories for me way back in 2013, I think, when I started nerfing competitively. This was one of my favorite blasters to use. I use this thing all the time and upgraded to a Bend the Rules edition. And I found another Bend the Rules edition Proton at a thrift store. It was almost in mint condition, so I grabbed it, cleaned it up, and now they're both on my wall. All three of them are on my wall to pay homage to my early days of nerfing, even though I don't use Vortex anymore. Who uses Vortex anymore? It's sad. Just got phased out. Over here we have my other two Vortex primaries that I would run. This is a Vigilon, but in the Sonic series, because I like to stand out, and for whatever reason it was cheaper on Amazon than the original. Not sure why, but this was a super great blaster, internal magazine, 5-round capacity, and it, oh gosh, I used this so much. It was so much fun. Then we had the Fuse Fire, probably my favorite Vortex blaster of all time. Unfortunately, this one got banned at our arena for chewing up the discs, but it was a great idea, a great concept. The loading port was in the back here, and you could throw 5 discs in, then you pull this back, and it'd load one. And there was disc storage up in the front. You could hold 5 discs like right in here, and it was such a good blaster. It was so comfortable. It was so cool looking. It had neon lights on it, for crying out loud. Look at that. It glows. It charged glow-in-the-dark discs. Oh, it was just everything. And oh, I didn't get to use it. Sad. It's a great blaster, though. I love the Fuse Fire. Over here, we have a Strong Arm, but this is the clear variant that was released on Amazon, and I really like this. It doesn't have any modifications to it, but I'm going to fix that here pretty quickly. Another somewhat rare version of the Strong Arm, the Sonic Fire Strong Arm that was at Toys R Us shortly before it tanked. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. So sad, but good condition one. That was all stuff we covered in the last video. If you didn't see that, be sure to check out my channel and go back to Arsenal video number 8, where we covered random stuff I found in my room and under my bed, because I have a lot of stuff and not all of it fit on the wall. All right, standing back up. Getting old. Here we go. Let's move on to the melee section. I keep a few swords on the wall for intimidation purposes. This is a Crimson Marauder, and if I'm going to pick a melee weapon for a Nerf war, this is going to be it. This is just huge. This thing's a hammer, and I actually own 2 of them because 2 heads are better than 1 when you're chopping them off. Oh, that's fun. Speaking of 2 is better than 1, this is the Vendetta. It locks together at the hilt to form a double-bladed sword, or you can take it apart to split it into 2, and these are fantastic swords, really good quality, and they hold up well in battle. Just as good and a lot cheaper are these Adventure Force swords I found at Walmart. They're just katanas, but they actually light up. They light up. Both the blades light up with this little, it's like a lightsaber, but it's a katana. It's super cool. They also lock together right here to form a double-bladed sword, and that is awesome. These are great. These are great. And then my first Vantage sword, and this one's seen better days. It's got some scuffs. It's got some beat-up marks. It's definitely seen some better days, but this is great. We use it for Excalibur game mode. I'll explain what that is in another video, or if you want to comment down below, ask what that is. I will be happy to tell you. But this was my first one. Carried this one to battle so much. Loved it. Great sword. Served me well. All right. Moving on to the right side, which is where I keep all my rival goodness. Starting up here with the Nerf Rival Mercury. This is an OK blaster. It's super comfortable. The handle is fantastic. And I love the clear loading port so you can see how many rounds you have left. But this, why did Hasbro do this to us? It's bolt action. It's a pistol and it's bolt action. Why? It looks like you jammed a screwdriver into the side. Seriously, this is the most uncomfortable way to use this size of a blaster. It's just, it's wrong. It's so wrong. Why? But I digress. Good blaster, except for this. The Nerf Rival Jupiter. I love running this blaster. It is so comfortable with the stock and the bolts and this. You can see how many rounds you have left. It holds 10 rounds, and it is kind of impractical because it's huge, and for only 10 rounds, it's not great, but I love running in wars. It feels so good. It's so much fun to use. I really like this blaster, even though it's kind of war impractical. Down here, this is the Nerf Rival Charter. Holds 12 rounds in this internal magazine. It is flywheel powered. It is a P90 style. It is a dream to field. It's funny, I didn't get one of these for like 3 months after it came out because I'm like, it's not really all that interesting. The takedown's way more interesting. That's a shotgun. That one's cool. And then I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, you know, why not? So I grabbed one and I took it to a war and I just started mowing people down with it. It is so accurate and comfortable and amazing to field in battles. Oh, I love it. It's a great blaster. Good for you, Charger. Good for you. Gonna move on over here. Twin Slice. Haha. Melee throwing stars. They're not my melee section because they just happen to fit in here. And then there's a brain saw star in there too. Oh, get back on there. Get back on. Yeah. Okay. Up here we have my Nerf rival Nemesis. And oh gosh, has this blaster has probably seen more use than any other blaster on this wall. I have used this thing so much and I love it. I love my Nemesis. It's just, it needs no explanation. It's just a fantastic all-around blaster. My Artemis, this was one of my first rival blasters and my actual first Nerf modification ever. I found the 3D printed shotgun grip and the 3D printed stock mount from Out of Darts after I found his book on Amazon. And after doing some research into that, that's kind of what sparked my love for Nerf modding. Good days. I love the Artemis. It is a fantastic blaster, and these modifications are absolutely essential to making it a great blaster. This is way more comfortable than the 90-degree drop grip handle, and a stock on this makes way more sense. It's just fantastic. I love my Artemis. Gosh, I got something stuck in my throat. I should stop talking. Or not! This is the Nerf rival Hera, and I got this one after my Zeus. I'll have a whole video about how I went through my primaries through the years if you want to do that. That's probably going to be really long and rambly, but, you know, this one already is. So if you stuck around this long, bravo! Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That's great. Anyway, back to this. It's the Nerf rival Hera, fantastic blaster, flywheel powered. It takes the nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery pack, feeds magazines in through the handle, can take 7s or 12s. It is a fantastic blaster. I loved fielding this one. Here's a basket of jolts. They're just orange because this is where all the orange ones go. Here's a jolt that I modified. I call him Volt, because it rhymes. It has the air restrictor taken out, and it also has a long shot front gun spring coiled around the original spring. And I'm kind of speeding up here because we're already at like half an hour on this video, and this is insane. It's not even including the intro or the outro. Oh gosh. Here's some Demolisher rockets. Demolisher rockets are really cool. Here's some rival flags and some jet blaster darts. And this is the pistol I painted to match the long strike that I did for the space thing, and I chopped off way too much of the side strike. Ugh, so you can see up into the guts, but it's still pretty cool looking. I didn't take this one out at all because it kind of looks like a firearm, but it also looks like pistol they use like Mandalorians would use in Star Wars, so that's really cool. Here's another jolt. It's the same color as the Volt, but is not modified. I hope to modify that one, but that one's modified. That one's modified. That one's not. Okay, we got that. That's good. Oh gosh, this thing is beautiful. This is my current rival primary. This is a Nerf rival Hades. I have painted in my colors. I call him Peacekeeper. And I have removed the safety and the air restrictor. And that is it. That is all the modifications it needed. And give it this really nice, if I do say so myself, blue and black paint job with the white stripes that turned out a little messier than I thought. But, you know, it has a shotgun grip for the Artemis from Out of Darts. And that is super easy to install if you just shave off a bit of the little plastic piece underneath here. And aside from that, no other modifications. It is a dream to field 60 rounds in these 3 internal magazines, so it practically never runs out of ammo. It's amazing. The only complaints I have is the stock on the Hades is a little uncomfortable. Maybe we can fix that, Hasbro. Maybe we can fix that. Down here is my current favorite sidearm to use. Oh gosh. So way back when, we only had this Kronos. This Kronos was going to come out, but I didn't want to wait long enough for the blue Kronos to come out, so I just painted one blue. I really like the way this paint scheme turned out. I love my colors. This blue with this black and then the white stripes. This is modified with a Greenhouse Gear pump grip from Etsy, and then the Foam Technician speed loader door, and I have Foam Technician speed loaders for it. I also removed the safety on this one and threw in an Apollo spring as an upgrade, and it works fantastically. Also took the air restrictor out of it. It is a fantastic sidearm. This one's called Justice. It's amazing. This is my first Kronos. It is white, just like pretty much every other Kronos, and there's really nothing special about this one, except I think I broke a screw port on the other side, so that was probably not getting any modifications. Sorry. And then my blue Kronos, which is great too. Nice. A couple of Nerf rival knockouts. I love these blasters even though they're fairly complicated to load, I know how to use both of them at the same time and load them both successfully. I will show you that in another video, but it looks super boss. I love doing it. So much fun. Oh gosh, I'm running out of breath. Almost done. All right. And then down here with the Nerf rival Prometheus. You know how in my blaster vid I was going to say, hey, you should put a Prometheus on the wall. Well, I did. That's cool. It's a fantastic blaster, and it's got a super high rate of fire, super massive capacity with 200 rounds. And I didn't put the snowshoes on it because I really don't like how they look. And it doesn't even have the front grip. I just like running it like this. This is super cool, lightweight and slim. It reminds me of Winston's Tesla cannon from Overwatch, and I might just paint one up to look like it because I like Winston, and I think I look like him. Yeah, now that image is in your head. Good luck with that. And then finally, for the final portion of the wall, anyone who knows my channel will probably recognize this. This is the art for my profile picture that my twin sisters did for me. So this is one twin sister, this half, and this is the other twin sister. This is me in like street clothes, and this is me in my dart tag jersey. And I love it so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth and Isabel. It's such a great picture, and digitally scanned it in and got that up on YouTube for my profile pic, and it will stand forever on my wall in front of my epic Jolt collection. Oh yeah. So I have 2 Sonic Fire Jolts, 2 completely clear Jolts, 2 Sonic Ice Jolts, 2 just Sonic Jolts, and then a bunch of blue Jolts, and then 1 clear orange Jolt that doesn't really have a name. Who knows? But yeah, I found a bunch of them in their stores and on Amazon, and it's great. Great Jolt collection. Jolts are fun. Alrighty. Let's put that back up. Says it will stand forever on the wall. Immediately rips it off. Jokes. Alrighty, looks like that does it for the entire wall. Thank you guys so much for watching. There are a few blasters laying around in my room that I haven't even covered in my Arsenal vids. So, you know, it's not quite all of them, but it's a lot. And it's been a really fun time going with you guys through all of this. If you watched all 9 Arsenal videos, I applaud you. I would if I had 3 hands, but I don't. Thank you guys so much, and I will see... What? What's that? Oh, this is something special, and I covered it up because I'm not quite ready to show you. If we can get this video to 100 likes, never been done on my channel before, probably won't ever happen. If we get it to 100 likes, though, I will show you this blaster. This is easily the rarest and coolest blaster in my collection. Some of you might already be able to tell what it is. Most of you will have no idea. But if we get this video to 100 likes, this comes off, you get to see what it is. Until next time, I wear blue. It's what I do. Nerf is my thing too. And as always... Yep, I don't actually have anything to say. Dang it. Just like the video.